Hey everyone, this is my first fight study that I'm going to do, and I figured it was appropriate for the first one to be a breakdown of one of the greatest fighters in the history of the sport, Joe Louis, and a fighter that exemplified a change and a growth and a new revolution in boxing skill and technology and how they fought and the art of boxing. And so let's get into it. I'm not going to get too much into the history. Just know that this is the rematch between he and Schmeling. Joe had been knocked out by Schmeling by a right hand, and this is the rematch, and the heavyweight title is on the line. And if Joe loses, it goes to Nazi Germany, and if Joe wins, it's a big morale boost for the United States going into World War II. So it's one of the, if not the biggest event in sporting history as far as world importance goes. But it's also a beautiful fight, and it's only a couple minutes, and I picked that so we can literally break down piece by piece the beautiful work, the skill, and everything, so you can help increase your eyes as a boxer, as a boxing fan, maybe as a boxing coach. All right, so let's dive into it today. All right. Forgive me for any herky-jerkies on my editing and everything else. All right. So it starts off. And I have it, by the way, we're going to watch it all slow, and then we're going to watch it all quick, all right? So please take a moment, relax, and learn and enjoy. So Joe comes out, round one. Here it is. Ding, ding. Comes out, jab, jab, hook. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then there's a smother, in essence. And then a very short left uppercut. Now let's go back through that real quick here, all right, because there's a lot to miss there. If you'll look, the first jab, bam, see it's a little bit on the left side of the face, all right, and it gets over Schmeling's catch, all right, and Schmeling, his head was a little bit high, and his hand obviously could have been a tad higher, so Joe gets over, goes for the eye, but then watch where the next jab goes. It goes around a little bit. It's almost like a hook, right? But it's a little bit different side. So Schmeling's there to maybe catch the next one, but this one comes around. So one hits the eye, one goes for the jaw, and then Joe comes around. Bam. Very short left hook. Very short left hook. The arm is not extended. And if you watch when that punch lands, let me see here if I can show that for you here. The elbow is down. Very short hook. And it clips the chin, the edge of the chin of Schmeling. So then again, a hold is administered by Schmeling, and Louis smothers in. Short left hook, left uppercut rather, that doesn't make its mark. And there's a break. Now, if you watch here, watch Louis for a second. Watch his right hand. See that? See that? It's flicking, not because he's whoopsies. Sorry to bounce back there. Let me get back to the fight we were watching. All right. If you watch it here, Joe's hand catching. And there's a feint there. So see that little drop step here? Feint. And he's ready to catch the jab because Schmeling is making it look like he might throw a jab. Joe's setting up something because Schmeling is expecting the jab. See that drop? What's he going to be coming in with? He's going to step in with a left hook. Whoops. Jumped ahead a little bit. Bam. Comes right around. And the beautiful thing about this left hook, watch it here. Look how that thing connects. Let's see if we can put it right to where it is. Right about there. Beautiful. Now let's look at this alignment real quick. See the elbow below the fist, palm is facing. I know it's super poor quality video, but you can see the connection coming around. Schmeling wasn't able to get the glove to the side of the face enough, or he was a little bit squared up. Beautiful. And he uses that to get in. Uppercut, uppercut, two. And then back to the jab. Very important thing there. Watch it here. Uppercut, uppercut, two. Puts out the jab. Bam. Right hand. So there's some space. He put out the jab as a disruptor and to control. Uppercut, uppercut, two. Control. Bam. Misses the hook. But look what he does after he misses the hook. Very important thing to note. Drops levels. See that? Misses the hook. Goes under. A beautiful, beautiful move. Let's watch that again. Bam. Puts out the jab. Right hand. Boom. Misses the hook because he thought Schmeling was coming in. Then, what does he do? Bobs under the jab. There comes the right hand by Schmeling. You can see it starting to come. And Lewis kind of rides with it as he throws his left. Might have got clipped by it, but his left came around. And he came back with a right that missed. Body. Lewis stepped back a little bit to make space. You see, because Schmeling was trying to crowd him, trying to shut it down. Lewis steps back a little bit. Uppercut. Hook. 2. Now, the beautiful thing with that I want to notice, watch this, watch this, watch this. So, uppercut, bam, right? Now, if you look here, let me bounce it back a touch. See, he's getting ready for it. Okay. Now, if you watch, look very closely. Schmeling has his right glove under his jaw to catch the uppercut. His left is low, though. You see that. So he catches the uppercut. The hook was a little bit of a slappy hook. It was a little, sorry, Joe, it was just a little sloppy, but you could argue it was a setup, what have you. So here comes the uppercut follow through. You see Schmeling put his hand there. The aim wasn't perfect either, but his hand was there to stop the uppercut in tight. Very good position. I know it's hard to see, but very good position. Joe has his left reasonably up, and he's ready to bring it around. There it is coming around. And Schmeling brought the hand to the side of the face. He deflected a lot of the hook. It looks like it landed, but look at that. There's a little bit of a slap of the glove, and it bounced off Schmeling's glove perhaps. But then Joe came back with that right. And that's the real thing that I want you to focus from that, is that besides the good defense, little step back, uppercut, hook, 2. 2 lands clean over the top, and then there's a jab at the end. A jab at the end. Boom. Jab at the end. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. Bam. Now, if you watch here, bam, boom, boom, the jab happens. Schmeling's ready to catch it. It came over his glove, but Joe caught Schmeling's jab. Bam. That neutral position we talk about, you can see Joe has his hand up, and Schmeling has his up, but his chin is up, right? Got to tuck that chin down behind that catch, all right? But again, easy for me to say this, almost 100 years later, about 90 years later, but got to pop that chin down. That jab controlling with the catch. Beautiful work. Back to here. Joe's a very calculated fighter, not a real rhythmic fighter. Little feints there. You see catching the jab. Beautiful work there. Jab. Now, right there. That's what Schmeling caught him with in the first fight, was the right hand. Possibly because of Joe's lean, and he said his left was low. That was the reason for it. So here, he jabs. Boom. Leans over to the right side. He's right in the alleyway of the right hand. It makes it an easy job for Schmeling, which is Schmeling's best punch is the right hand. But watch before that. Watch the little catches by Lewis. Watch this. Little movement, little catch. Bam, jab. Leaned a little bit too long on that side. Kind of took a picture. Should have been ready to catch it, slip it, move his head, or step out. But see, now Lewis isn't going to make that mistake again. He said, okay, I remember that now. I'm not going to get hit by that again. Watch him moving cool and calculated, like a predator. See him catching the jab, cutting off the ring a little bit. See, Schmeling's trying to distract him with that left, but it's not doing much because Joe isn't overreacting to it. That's a key point there. That's a beautiful move right there. So watch this. Here. See, because Schmeling's trying to set him up for the hook. See that? Schmeling brings his hook around. He expected. What did he expect? He expected Lewis to step back, to pull back a little bit from surprise, and to come around the right arm of Lewis, the right hand of Lewis, and connect it to the side of Lewis's jaw with the left hook. Lewis stayed in there, though, and that allowed Lewis to come back. Bam, with his hook. And then he goes right for the body after that. Little uppercut shot in there. Again, he's shoveling for the body right now. Beautiful job. and Schmeling comes around in an uppercut. It's an old school style hook to the body there with the palm down. As you see, it didn't have a lot of power on it. All right, a lot of fighters did that. Sugar Ray Robinson, many fighters. You don't see it much anymore for one reason or another. But anyway, does that body shot, comes up. Uppercut 3. Let's see if the 2 lands. Oh, there's no 2. There's too much space. But let's go back to that initial. Oh, man, that short, sweet left hook. So see, and before we go into that, let's take a step back for just a second. Just watch Lewis for a second. Watch the right hand. He's ready. He's ready to catch. His left is creeping up a little higher because he's watching out for that right hand. Bam, boom. Beautiful work. He stayed in the pocket. Ultra short left hook. His inside game, he said he attributed that to Henry Armstrong. Studied Henry Armstrong, who, of course, was a great lightweight fighter, welterweight fighter, and fought for the middleweight title. And so Henry had a very good short game because he's a short fighter and threw very short punches. And Joe said he liked to model himself after that. So, again, we come here. Shovel shot. Got blocked. You know, that elbow's there by Schmeling. Schmeling comes around. Uppercut. The Tyson-type combo, but not the same power. Uppercut. There we go. Boom, boom. Now watch Joe's face. Jab. Nice. Jab and catch. Beautiful move there. But, yeah, watch this. So Lewis is looking high, right? Looking up at the eyes. But watch where the head goes down to in a second. Looks down. See that? Looks down to where he needs to be looking. And look at that beautiful jab catch right there. The right hand is in front of the jaw. The jab is going out. And it connects. And Schmeling was attempting to put out his as well. Beautiful. Joe kind of swipes it a little bit off. Brushes it. Looks back. See, watch Lewis's eyes. They drift back down to the chest. Right there. Right there. Very focused. Because remember, Joe didn't have the biggest jaw, or the greatest jaw, rather. He didn't have a glass jaw, but it wasn't the best. And so he had to be a good technical fighter. He wasn't one of these guys that can just eat all the shots. If he would have done that, he wouldn't have had a career. He would have been knocked out. So the benefit of that is that it made him a good defensive fighter and made him an all-round skilled boxer. Jab, jab, boom. So remember the importance of that. Obviously super basic, right? Just jab, jab, bam, bam. The jab's blinding, what the right hand's going to do. And if you look, Schmeling's right hand is on the side of his face. He's maybe expecting a hook to come after that. And his shoulder's not there for the right hand or his left hand, or he's not ready to move his head. And then, pop, the right hand. Joe pushes him off a little bit. And see, Schmeling was getting ready. He said, I think Lewis is going to jab again. Right there. Chin is up, though. Chin is up, and that's one of the dangers. He's looking up high. Schmeling is looking up high. He's looking up at Lewis's eyes. If you look down the chest, his chin would be down a little bit better. And he maybe see those shots coming just a little bit better. Again, this is when boxing was going through a revolution. Increasing technology. Look at those beautiful catches. Because, you see, Joe is going with the feint. He thinks something's coming, but his reactions are little. And that's why they work. If they were too big, here's some old guys. If the reactions were too big, if the catches were too large, if he was reaching out too far, then it gets capitalized. It's just little. Not that. Not swipe down even. Just little catches, just like we teach with our curriculum. Now this is how they cut the film with the crowd picture. So you're going to see Lewis in there. On this film, we don't see exactly how he got in. Bam, big right hand. Schmeling. But see that right there. Joe measures him with the left, puts it right on his throat. Boom. He's controlling him. Remember, like with anything, you control the head, you control the body, right? So he's controlling the head right now. Schmeling is in a very precarious position after getting hit by that big right, and he's rocked. But what does Joe do? Does Joe go for the head? No. Joe goes for the body. Bam. Look at that beautiful body shot. You see his body actually shake with that body shot. It might be hard to see with the film, but watch. Boom. Do you see that? And then, freezes it right on a perfect shot right there. The left hook for the body. In this position, it's hitting the sternum. Killer shot. But look at that placement. Look at that position. If you look down at the bottom of the screen, I don't know if you can see it on the copy I'm doing here, is you can see the foot rotating. You can see the elbow down. You can see the palm facing him, arm bent, of course, turning the body. Beautiful shot. Very powerful. Oh, right. Does a left hook. He misses. But his coach, Jack Blackburn, who is a lightweight champion, who, again, of course, you have to give him as much credit as Lewis for making boxing a more perfected art form. But his big thing, Blackburn's big thing, was balance. So Joe misses. Look at that beautiful balance. He's not stumbling. And what that does, when you can miss and be on balance, like what my coach taught me, and his coach taught him, Chuck Bodak, and he trained my father, Doc Kepner, and who trained me, is that allows you to obviously not be exploited, but also to come back. Bam. Extends the jab out. See that? Didn't throw a big shot. Extends the jab out to control. So think about that. He lands those two beautiful shots. He doesn't get greedy, though. Bam. Bam. He wants to go up top. Boom. I missed. Jab. Put it out. Now where is he going to go? Bam. Body again. Now watch. Schmelling's face. You see that? The mouth open? People in the audience said that they heard him literally scream from that body shot. That's the power and how tough Schmeling is. Didn't go down. He's hanging himself up by the ropes, but screamed. Might have hit his kidneys a little bit. I don't know. Came around a little bit, but it was also just a hard shot. Watch that again. Misses. Control. Body. Boom. Hits the pec. Now remember, the pec in amateurs is a scoring shot, and pros is not necessarily a scoring shot. Hitting your pectoral muscle, it's not fun. It can wear it out, but it's not going to knock you out. The big hurt was that come around the ribs on the left side of Schmelling's body and then coming around. And then he controls again. Look how Joe is in control again. What's he going to do now? He's going to come over the top. Because, again, Schmeling has got that elbow in, maybe concerned about the body. He's also just turning away, frankly. And Joe brings it over. Bam. Beautiful. Comes back with a very short left hook. Look how short that left hook is. That is how you want to throw it. The right hand. Boom. And then, bam. Just a turn of the body. There's no real arm wind up. The arm is a little bit down when it's thrown. See that? But watch. From that position. Boom. Body's turned. A whip and a right hand again. Boom. Controls with the left again. Puts him down. Very workmanlike. Very precise. Very controlled. Controlled aggression. Of course, Schmeling is very much out of it. That's what sets him up for this. Now watch this setup, though. Joe's not going to do that controlled fashion. He's going to change his timing up. Because remember, the guy's hurt. And he's used to that boom, boom type timing. Watch this timing. In slow motion, too. How quick it is in slow motion. Bop, bop. Right there. That's all it was. Changing the timing up. Doo-doom. The jab was just, had no power on it. Had nothing on it. It was just put out there, but there was something behind it. Remember, it can be dangerous if you put it out there and there's nothing on the jab, or there's nothing behind it. So you got to either put something on your jab or you got to put something behind it. It needs to have a purpose. Ba-ba. Beautiful. Jars his head. Whiplash. Of course, that's a concussion. Of course, Schmeling is see that leg stumble. Something important to watch for with boxers and everything else for their safety. Just watch this. Watch Schmelling's legs. See that? See that wobble? So that is again a sign of severe concussion. It's not funny. It's something very serious. And that's one of the benefits of boxing, by the way, versus MMA, is that you get to see the changing gait that occurs when they have head trauma, and that allows you to make a better judgment as a coach, as a referee, and as the ring doctor, versus, like, for instance, like with MMA, you're laying on the ground and you can't see those things. Joe goes back to the jab. Boom. Jab again. Right hand again. Joe's putting everything together, puts him down. Nice tight shots, though. Very tight shots. Meaning not ultra wide and in the pocket. Now watch this beautiful move here. So Joe puts out his jab, kind of posting it, measuring with it. So does Schmeling. See that? But let's see what the two men do. And you see Schmeling's in a decent position. Again, his chin is just too high. If you put it down a little bit, he could hide it behind that right hand catch a little better. But watch. Watch what Joe does with his right hand. Watch Joe's right hand. Oh. Forgive me on that one. Let me pull back a little bit for you. Let's watch this. So watch. The post, brush, jab, boom, boom, pop. Beautiful. Let's watch it again. I'm going to try to piece it together a little slower so you can really get the appreciation for it. See, Joe extends out his jab. Schmeling extends out his. Joe brushes it to the side. It's hard to believe that's like a frame right afterwards, but it just about is. Joe's brushing the left hand to the inside, not the outside. He's using his right hand to brush the left hand to the inside. Off of that, Joe puts out another jab. Then what does Joe do? Goes for what worked before. Body. Then after that, see, look, Schmeling's got the left hand in front. His right hand in front. Opening up for the left hand of Joe. Bam. Joe's hook comes around. Schmeling was trying to get there, to his credit. Over the top. Huh. And look at Joe's eyes. He's looking. You can see. He's focused. Workmanlike. And that's all she wrote. One thing important as well to look at here is, let's watch it in a little more quick motion here. So extend. He extends. Brush. Extends the jab. Body. Up top. Bam. And Joe, see the arms go down on Joe a little bit? Pushing him down a little bit. A little pro move there. Important to know that you need to do that. If someone's about to go down, help them go down just a little bit. Don't slam them down to the canvas. But if somebody's wobbly and weak and they're under you like that, pull them down. See that? Beautiful. Now, let's watch that whole thing in full motion, knowing everything you know now. And again, if you're a true purist, if you're a true student of the sport, you just got a lot out of this. Let's watch this. So jab, jab, hook. Smother. Short shot. If it would have landed, it would have been brutal. Then here, see Joe feinting, catching, getting ready to catch. Bam! Steps in with the hook. Uppercut. Yep, boom. Misses. Bobs. Throws back. Uppercut 3-2. Back to the jab. And the jab and the catch. Being ready for another person to jab you when you jab. Joe was ready. Schmeling wasn't quite ready. Bam. Schmeling's looking for that right hand again because Joe's leaning on that side. Thinks he can get lucky twice. See, Joe's tucking his chin down because he's making sure he's not going to get hit by that shot again. He's cutting off the ring actually a little bit now. Ooh, beautiful short left hook. Shovel shots inside. Schmeling comes around. Very inconsequential punches there. Joe puts that chin down. Looks down the chest. Catching. Beautiful catching right here. Good front row seat. Bam, bam. It's beautiful. 1-1-2. Then they're going to cut to the audience. Oh, there's the beautiful. Look at that catching. Bam. Right hand. Measures. Ba. Ba. Misses. Measures. Body. Screams. Bam. Bam. Over the top. Hook. Bam. Measure. Bam. See the little measures sticking in there to control the head? Very important. Very, very, very important. Schmeling's out of it. Quick 1-2. Bada! Look how quick that is. Change the timing up. He changed the timing up. Think about the timing between what he did earlier to what he just did then. Schmeling is, of course, wobbly and everything else, so Joe just has to put some shots together. Nothing super scientific with that. But here we go. Extend, brush, boom, boom, boom. Beautiful. He wasn't going to let that post stop him from doing what he needed to do. All right, guys. First fight study. Hope you enjoyed it. Literally took one round, like a 2-minute round. Broke it down in like 20-something minutes. I know you got some value out of today. I know I did, going back through and reviewing this stuff. Honestly, with the brush and the post, I missed that. And I've watched this fight probably 20 times. But watching it slowed like that is a game changer. All right, guys? So if you enjoy this video, make sure you like it. Make sure you share it. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And watch out for the next one.